Hi, everybody. I'm Karen Johnson, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how to create a ceremony around transitioning a soul to the other side. So many of us as shamans find ourselves being asked to perform death rites. And so we do this for the person who is deceased, the deceased, and also for the family. So we really have two clients. And so people have been asking me, I don't know what to say. How do I begin? Where do I start? Yeah, so many of us are shamans, but we're not trained a lot in ceremony. So I'm going to show you how I set up for ceremony and so that you can do something similar. I like to wear something special, a little dressy. I have my special scarf from Peru. That's not really necessary. You don't have to have a scarf from Peru, but I like it because it puts me in this ceremonial mood. I feel like I'm beyond myself. And so you can see my table here is set up. I have flowers. I have a candle. I have my rattle. I have feathers. And I have some essential oils. So I'll be using all of those today and showing you exactly what I do. So beginning in the beginning, I start with inviting all the family members to Zoom. Um, Anyone who wants to see this ceremony, and it's great because people can come from all over the world to watch this beautiful ceremony. I can record it on Zoom, and I can send it to people for them to watch later, for them to have. It's such a special and important thing. So first thing I like to do is find out all the names of all the family members, each one that's present everywhere, because you never know. I might get a message from the departed loved one for somebody. I might not. It really depends. Sometimes I just get a sense or a feeling about that soul that's on the other side. And usually when I'm finding them, they're in between worlds. They're not fully transferred completely over to the other side, through the portal, to the realm of the ancestors, to heaven, however you want to call it. They're somewhere in between. A lot of times they have just departed recently, and souls in many traditions linger for 40 days. Sometimes souls linger a lot longer than that, especially suicides and overdoses and people that had a lot of trauma in their death. They're really trying to adjust to being on the other side and departing. They may not feel that they have earned the right to go to heaven or to the realm of the answers. They feel like they may be carrying a lot of baggage. So we can really help them. We can help this soul to transition to where they need to go on the other side for healing, and we can help the family. So I like to welcome the family and tell them this is a wonderful, wonderful thing that you're doing. This is something very special, and so your loved one is so lucky to have you do this for them and have this wonderful ceremony so that they can be lighter and they can cross over to the other side. And so then I, tell them what I'm going to be doing, so people aren't always familiar with our process. So I will be calling the spirit of their loved one down on my table, and I'll be doing a 7-chakra illumination. That's to help them release and lighten anything that they have acquired during their lifetime that they did not release while they were alive, that is holding them back, keeping them heavy, keeping them from transitioning. And then I will be doing the Great Death Spiral, and then I will be sending them off, opening the portal, sending them off to the east, through the portals, the way I see it. You can say off to heaven, calling in their guides, their angels, my guides and angels, and ancestors, their ancestors. So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful ceremony. It's a beautiful way to have them escorted to the other side. Okay, so in a moment here, I'm going to be doing just that. And I'll be telling the family that once I call the spirit in and I have them on the table and I start doing the 7-chakra illumination, I'm going to be asking them if they have anything they want to say to their loved one. This is the time to say the goodbyes and I love yous and I forgive yous. The things that they may not have had a chance to do, especially in the case of a suicide or an overdose or an accident, or COVID in the hospital where people are dying alone all the time and really haven't had that opportunity with family. to express themselves. So this is so important in these days, and we can do this. You can do it. I'll just help you along and show you the ropes a little bit.
Yeah, so the very first thing I like to do is open sacred space. I've got my spirit water ready, and I'm going to open all the directions because this allows people to really relax for a moment and get in the ceremonial mood, and also create the sacred space necessary for this spirit to come in and to be transferred, and with all the directions and all the guides and angels present. So I'm going to begin. To the winds of the south, Sachamama, great serpent, wrap your luminous coils of light around us. Be here with us, guide us, help us, and help this being to shed all the past that he needs to shed so that he or she can go on to where he needs to go. Hope. To the winds of the west. Mother, Sister, Jaguar, you who knows the way over the rainbow bridge and back, be here with us. Protect my medicine space. Be with everyone who is here today. Guide us, help us, show us, and help this person, I might have their name, of course, cross over to the other side. Take them across the rainbow bridge with you. To the winds of the north, grandmothers, grandfathers, ancient ones, you who come before us and you who come after us, our children's children. Be here with us, guide us, help us, be present here. Help this being to cross over to the other side. Help him so that he could be like Seward Kenty, royal hummingbird, flying free, finding his soul journey. Hope. To the winds of the east, condor, eagle, apachine, come to us from the place of the rising sun. You who flies wingtip to wingtip with great spirit, be here with us. Guide this being, the spirit, over to the other side. Help him through the portal. Help him to find his way to where he needs to go for healing and peace. Hope. Pachamama, Pachamamita, Santa Tierra, dear Mother, you who provide us for everything we need in this middle world, air and food and water. Thank you for providing for this being while he was here on this earth. Thank you for providing for all his family and continuing to provide for them. We honor all your relations, the two-legged, the four-legged, the fin, the furred, the feathered, all your relations. Aho. Inti Tai Tai, grandfather, son, grandmother, moon, to the star nations. You who are known by 1,000 names. Allah, Jehovah, Rama, Wakantanka, the eternal Tao, be here with us, guide us. Help the spirit to find their way home to where they need to be. We bask in your beautiful presence so that all his family can sing and dance the song of life. Hope. And then I'm going to drop down into my heart space and I'm going to connect with this spirit and bring him or her here in front of me. And so now I'm going to tell the family this is the time to say everything they want to say to their departed loved one. And so you can use your rattle to open each chakra as you illuminate. I'm going to do 7 chakra illumination. Or you can just use your fingers because as people are talking, sometimes it's a little too loud. So I'm going to open my Viracocha over me and over this spirit. And I'm going to begin the 7th chakra illumination. I'm going to say, go ahead, say whatever you have to say to your loved ones. Say your goodbyes, your I'm sorry's, I forgive you, and I'm illuminating as I go along. And then I'm getting a feeling, is there anything, your loved one wants you to know that it was an accident, didn't intend to overdose. What else are they saying? Oh, roommate, something about the roommate. Oh, I'm sorry I wasn't completely honest with you. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. I'm sorry, so sorry to my family for the trouble I caused, all of that. So I'm doing all the 7 chakra illumination. And when I'm done with the 7 chakra illumination, I'm going to tell the family, all right, I'm going to begin the Great Death Spiral. You don't have a lot of time left to talk, so anything else, any question you have, anything you want to know, I'll see if I can find answers. I may or may not hear an answer. So they're getting ready to slip away. So we don't have a lot of time left. So I'm going to begin at the 4th chakra. 3, 4, 3, 5, 6, 1, 4, 3, 5, 2, 6, 1, 7, 4, 3, 5, 2, 6, 1, 7. And then I'm going to tell the family, all right, let's begin the process. I'm going to call on Pachacudi and Kapachacudi and all the guides and angels and all the ancestors. Take this spirit, take this loved one to where they need to go for healing. Take them through the portal. And begin the process of transferring the spirit and watching the portal open and watching the spirit go through. And then after I've done that, I do one last thing. I put an X or a cross, whatever you think is appropriate for the family, to close each chakra. Make sure the spirit doesn't come back into the body. Sometimes spirits are a little confused and not sure they want to leave or not sure their transition. But by this point, as I see them go through the portal, I know they're not going to come back. So what we're doing is the 7 chakra illumination to make them lighter, the great death spiral to unwind all the chakras to make sure that their spirit is completely free of their body, and then send them off. So that's the way I do it, and I hope that you've gotten some great information from this and that you can do this for people. It's so needed. And you can experiment with Zoom, you can experiment with ceremony, and experiment with transitioning souls without any fear. You can't do anything wrong. And I always love to tell the family at the end that, when we transfer the spirit to the other side and they go through the portal, it's not like they're going to jail or to prison. They can come out. They'll still visit you. They'll still give you messages. They'll still leave signs, all those sorts of things. So this is just allowing their spirit to go where it needs to go for healing, for education. They have a whole life on the other side. I know my son does. And so it's a way of embracing death and realizing that death is not the final frontier at all. It's just another way of being. It's just they're right across the veil from us, right across that little portal, and coming in and out and healing. Okay, so this is a little bit of a postscript I'm going to add on here because I was looking and seeing questions that people have asked me about doing these death rites for their loved ones. So people often want to know, well, what happens if they're already cremated? What happens if they've already been embalmed? What happens if it was a month ago, a year ago? We can still do the great death rites for them. We can still do the 7 chakra illumination because time is really an illusion, especially when they're on the other side. So the way we look for people in the shamanic way is we look for them if it's been a while, if it's been more than 40 days, maybe a long time, maybe it's been 40 years. We search for them by looking in the realm of the stones. We have allies there. We have our mesas. We look for them in the realm of the plants. We have allies there, plants that we use, plants that we love, we can call on to help us find them. We can look in the realm of the animals. We have allies there, animals we have been friends with and known and loved. And then we look in the realm of the ancestors. And so if they're in the realm of the ancestors, there's no need to bring them down and transfer them. They're already where they need to be. So, another way to look at it is if Buddhists look at it as being in the bardos, finding somebody in the bardos. Christians might say purgatory. Somebody else, for me, I just look at the density of the person. Sometimes people, I can sense their density, that they are just in this in-between world and they're not light. They haven't fully crossed over to the other side. And so I can find them and bring them down. So time is an illusion. Time is on your side.
And don't worry if you missed it by a week or a month or a day, or if they've been cremated, or if they've been embalmed. Any of those things really don't matter, because we're really working with their spirit, their essential self, that part of them that is eternal. So, anyway, I just wanted to add that on because I know sometimes people really worry a lot about how to do it. What are the rules? What are the rules? What are the confines? And so I always like to say, as shamans, we don't have a lot of rules. We don't have a lot of confines. So it's imaginal. Use your imagination. Use your seeing. Use your sensing. Your knowing, and you'll know what to do. Alrighty. Thank you so much. Talk soon. Bye.